What up? What up? It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It's motherfucking Monday. I'm joined here by my. I don't even know whether to call them American, Chinese, that who knows. But my colleague from the tundras of, I can't even say tundras. We're under 2 foot fucking 2 fucking feet of snow. Like it is.
Yeah. I personally, I have gotten comfortable just being called Dino. That works. That's usually okay.
No, it's gotta be at least Dino the genetic motherfucking marvel.
I mean, I'm trying here. So I shoveled twice yesterday. The one, okay, I don't know if you guys are you guys having fluffy light snow or no?
It's a lot of it. It's a lot of
fluffy. It's a lot of it, but it is fluffy, right? Like it's not too dense. So yeah, I shoveled twice yesterday. My wife got me an automatic, like one of those electric snowblower type things. It fucking drove me crazy, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just give me a shovel. It's fine. I don't like."
See, about my mom, like I got a gas powered one.
Yeah,
and, you know, my little gas powered one, it's a beast. But I got my mom an electric one, and I don't even think she took it out the fucking box. Like it's just.
I tried it. I didn't like it. It's not built for someone my size, so I'm like hunched over trying to.
That's the way I was this morning. I went to the show like yesterday. I shoveled the front of the shelter, and by the time I got done with shift, it looked like I didn't even touch it. And then the other kid, Vinny, came in, and we got a snowblower at the snow thrower at the shelter, but I haven't fucked with it, so I mean I didn't know what kind of whatever it was. So he did the front and the parking lot, and a little bit like of the play area. And I got back there. I got there this morning, and the girls are trying to dig out from under. I'm like, they took care of the shift. So 3 hours worth of being in the snowblower doing the shelter was fucking awesome. Let me tell you that. And then, you know, yesterday I did my driveway twice because it was nice and fluffy. I knew we were supposed to get more, so might as well stay on it. It didn't fucking matter. I just see the little outline. I see the little outlines of what I did.
Yeah. That's so. I have.
What kills
when
me,
you have the one part of your driveway where there's not enough room and there's too many areas not to put snow, so you get one giant mound in one specific place. So that one is like 6'10". So I'm looking up at the top by like a solid 7 or 8 inches, and I'm just like, fuck, because and then it progresses. So it starts at like 6'10", and then it gets down to about 4 feet by the end of the driveway. And I'm just like,
make an igloo out of it.
You could. If it wasn't as fluffy as I think, because like also too, I launch the snow like 4 feet deep as well. So you have this massive wall of snow on the side of my driveway that is.
Thought you Canadians don't like walls up there.
We like all the walls, bro. Yeah.
So, Dino and I last week, we conversed on what I like to call the LOD, the Legion of Doom, and I made a couple predictions, and within not even 2 days' time, like real time, like I was actually reading off in real time the people who were joining the LOD, and fucking amazing. But did you hear that after everything got put together, Canada, Carney, that's his name, Carney? Yeah, that's weird because in Spanish, carne is meat. So meat, the Canadian meat up there decided he wanted to start flapping his gums, and he got booted out of the LOD. He is not allowed in the LOD.
Hey, the You know what the worst part is? That I'll be the first one to admit this, okay? Is a lot of people, specifically generals, presidents, prime ministers, leaders of organizations, CEOs even, never want to come face to face with someone and say, "Oh, I may be a CEO, but you're like the CEO." And this is the problem with the US is US can walk into any country and tear it apart. That's just factual, okay? It happened with Maduro. 20 guys took on hundreds and just took their president and left. That's it. Have a great life, guys. See you later. Oh, by the way, all this stuff is ours now. Now, the problem is that other leaders of country are like, no, we're the same. And you're like, bro, shut the fuck up. Okay. This is the same as when a 19-year-old comes up to me and goes, well, we're both men. And you're going, no, we're not. You're a child. And I would rip you in half. Okay. But people are going, no, we're all equals. No, stop thinking this. No one is an equal. You talk out of turn, you're going to get a fucking rocket up your asshole. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and this is something that I'm seeing a lot on Facebook too. The same fucking people who's telling us that all these you can't be illegal on stolen land. You can't. We got to let all the illegals in. We have to take this as their land. But they're telling us no. Greenland is for Greenlanders.
That's right.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. They're just, I got a lot of shut the fuck ups for people today because I've been seeing a lot of stupid fucking shit. Look, when you got me defending left idiots, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I got a bug up my ass.
Yeah.
And again, the same fucking people who say that about our borders and about our immigration policy are the same ones who keep repeatedly with this horse shit that Trump's a pedophile when there's absolutely no proof. No, let me repeat that for you fucking retards out there who are not fucking listening. There's absolutely no proof. And don't give me this 2-decade-old fucking report that was debunked 1,000 goddamn times. None. No proof of fucking 47 being a pedo. Now, there is proof of Obama being a pedo. There is proof of Joe Biden being a pedo. There is proof of Bill Clinton being a pedo. There is proof of Bill Gates being a pedo. And dare I say, there is proof of Musk being on that fucking island. But the first thing that pops up when anybody says anything about Trump, he's a pedo. That is one of the most vile and disgusting things you could put on any man. That is just, to me, that is like, just like when I went through the bullshit I went with my kids when they were little. The interrogation that I put my kids through because you just don't put that on somebody.
Yes.
Before I accuse anybody of anything, are you sure this happened? Are you sure this went this way? Are you positive you're not just mad?
Yeah.
Because you don't do that. As a man, I don't know how you fucktards are fucking raised, but as a man, I know there are some things you just don't put on a motherfucker.
Hey, this is the thing, is if you touched one of mine, I'm just going to go kill you. But I can't do that if I don't know 100%.
Right.
But that's the problem is people just out here throwing accusations around just for the sake of, well, you look like shit. And you're like, no, you ruined someone's life for a lie that 100% to be a lie. Like that's some fucking serious fuckery.
Right. And that is the fucking libtards, fucking Democrat libtard playbook right there. Right, you got no other answers. He's a racist and he's a pedophile. Okay, where's your proof? Well, he's making all the Mexicans go. Yeah, he's making the Mexicans go away that are illegal. He's making the Somalis that are illegal. He's making Australians. Yeah, no, but that's a new one. We don't see ICE taking out any white immigration. Yeah, because you're not looking. Just like the Asians, they done booted the Australians, the Canadians. Quite a few white folks. It's just that just shows your racism if you don't see the white folks that are getting deported too. You know what the big difference is? They get caught, they put their hands up, they put the cuffs on them, and they walk away like a civilized fucking human being.
Bro.
They don't fucking try to run nobody over. They don't try to fucking go. They don't go mouthing off to a cop with a gun in their pocket.
Okay, hold on, Marco. Are you implying that a community with an average IQ under 70 doesn't understand how things work?
Oh, now you're racist if you say that now. Even though the American standard says that whole community is retarded, like Down syndrome retarded.
Yeah.
The American community did that. So, our and then you want to bitch about our fucking, you want to say that that's racist, but then you want to bitch about our fucking school system. I mean,
hey, just connect one dot. Just one dot. Connect one of the dots to another dot. That's all I ask. And they're saying, going, I don't have to. All right. What makes you think that you should have this is the problem too. And do you remember the movie Starship Troopers?
Yep.
Where they were like, you don't get to vote unless you've served in the military. Like you can't have a family unless you serve. So you had to go through public service of some sort before you were given privileges of citizenship. And I'm like, I get that. I don't know that it's a perfect arrangement, but it kind of gets people in line. Like, hey, if you want this stuff, then you got to get your ass in line. And you know what? The risk is heavy. So,
well, that's it. And that even goes back to like me when I did that show with Rob Coleman, and he was trying to, I don't know what he was trying to prove with showing the whole slavery documentary and how before the civil rights thing. But he made a very good point. Back when shit wasn't so good for black folks and brown folks, black folks and brown folks were a lot better people. They had a sense of community, they had a sense of family, they had a sense of education, they had a sense of worth, they had a work ethic, and they didn't piss and moan about little stupid shit.
Yeah.
And that don't only go to you black folks. It ain't always about just you. It's about the brown folks, the yellow folks, and the red folks too. Since y'all love bringing up this stolen land, we're gonna talk about them all. It ain't just about you.
It's like it's a rainbow of degenerates. I don't know.
It's 50 Shades of Gay. That's what it is.
I mean, listen, that's the way it's looking. I don't understand what makes people think that their opinion matters is odd, right? Because as someone who's very opinionated, I am very opinionated. I talk less than a lot of people. And this is where I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. You have to know it doesn't make any sense, right? And people were like, no, I'm standing up for freedom. And you're like, yeah.
Well, it's
that's literally bringing in the Trojan horse and going, I support Trojan horses. I don't support my own country. Yeah, that's pretty stupid. That's because that's exactly how you lose. And they're like, I'll happily lose because they're better.
Well, here's to add a little bit on top of that. Because Tim Walz is like the person who's bringing the fucking donuts to the guys inside the Trojan horse. Yeah. The fucker called Tim Walz finally called the National Guard out. Do you know why? So they could bring Duncan to the anti-ICE protesters.
That's nice.
Dude, I thought that was fake. I thought it was fake when I first heard it. It is fucking real. It is fucking real. So now, Tim, Tampon Tim, and all the rest of you libtards out there, I'm curious. What you think is going to happen if and when Trump signs the Insurrection Act. Do you really think that them National Guards who were just passing out donuts will be on your side? No. What you did was a fucking favor. And not only that, you hid it in front of everybody. So the same person who handed your buddy a donut will be the same motherfucker pistol whipping your buddy when Trump says go.
I think it'll be funny to watch. I think there'll be some really good internet memes out of that one.
Oh, it's gonna be
Just in
fun.
general. Well, this is why I really don't understand what's happening. Like, I'll be honest with you, Marco. I'm actively avoiding news and things like that because I'm just like, yeah, I just don't. I'm not interested. I'm not interested because as far as I'm concerned, everyone's gone nuts, and it's like I'd rather at this point just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna live in my own bubble because everyone's gone crazy.
Yeah, and the fact
None of
that
this
some
makes
of
any
these,
sense, right?
the fact that some of these people actually believe that they're right. Like
Oh,
they actually believe it in their heart, and I feel bad for a lot of them. I got a couple of friends, couple comedian friends, and they're going, "Ice this," and the people are being murdered. Like, dude, I know you're more intelligent than this.
oh
I
yeah.
know, I've spoken to you on other subjects. I know you are smarter than this.
Yeah.
Like, where is this? Like, were you guys programmed? Like, somebody hit the Winter Soldier button and you guys went full retard, or what?
I I feel like the whole Mandela effect is now happening. Like they figured out how to make it exclusive to people where they're just like, oh no, that's not how I think. And you're like, wait, but that's how you've always thought. What are you talking about? That don't make no sense. Like it has to be some sort of weird, like, listen, you heard about just to kind of sidetrack this, you heard about how there are people who are going into Faraday cages, uh, and how they're experiencing things very differently in that, like, they're not having the same train of thought as they do outside of the Faraday cage. And it's weird. It's aggressively weird where you're going, hold on, I'm not a scientist. Okay. I know I look like I'm a scientist. That's very clear. But I'm not a scientist. I am just a possible human being. 50-50. I may be dead. I don't know. But the point is this is that if you go into a Faraday cage, which blocks all electronic communication, and your thought process changes versus being outside of the Faraday cage, like I would start losing my shit. Like that is a very alarming thing because that tells me that literally all of the crazy like what 70s and 80s, like they have technology to shoot a thought into your mind. You're going,
It's all real.
wait, that's actually what the fuck they're doing. I have a real problem with this. I kind of want to try it, but I
Well,
don't know.
it's kind of, it goes back to, how they say, the TV and movies and shit fucking played out, right in front
Yeah,
of you and shit. Look at the old Batman, the Batman with the Riddler, with Jim Carrey Riddler,
yeah,
right there, right there. That was the perfect thing, right there.
yeah, yeah.
Because you don't see the little circles going into your head. I'm don't mean it ain't doing it.
Well, like just like so I was having a conversation with another like-minded individual to us, and we were saying how like the one of the biggest problems is people's inability to consume long format content, right? People are down to reels and short stories, 2-3 minutes,
Oh,
that's
dude,
it,
even my
and then
son,
done.
to prove what you're talking about. That's weird. Like my son, I notice it with my kids, my son the most. They're not even watching the reels in regular time now. They're watching them
Double
sped
time.
up.
Yeah.
So all you're hearing is fucking chipmunks, and then somebody gets shot.
Like it's it's not right. Something's wrong. Like and I don't want like I don't like like saying it like that. It's more so that like I for myself, I'm like I need to start building more Lego and stuff like that, just because it kind of brings me back to like a 0 point. And yeah, like a lot of it is an issue. I don't know. It's very confusing to me. I don't
It's
know. I don't understand where like this was what I was talking about was like, okay, traditionally, when you see stuff like this, the question is, okay, follow the money. Where is the money going? But so in my country's experience, right, is you now have a ton of immigrants that are non-educated. Because remember, so Canada has been a very much unlike like the U.S. does immigrate, people migrate in, but there you have to become American. Like that's the very much, it's very important to the American experience that you come here, you become American. You are no longer whatever the fuck you may know a different language and everything, but you're American now, right? So in Canada, it's hey, you're Canadian, but you are free to associate with your own cultures. And people were like, oh no, because we have like there's Greek Town, there's Koreatown, there's Little Italy, there's Pork Chop Town. Like there's all these places, but the thing is, no one was not welcome, right? You would say, hey, I know a place in Little Italy, best pasta you ever have. Let's go to Little Italy. Like, and they were happy to like. There was no walls about it, right? But that was an ongoing thing where the people who came, like my dad was an educated guy, right? He was allowed to come because he was educated.
Well, see, that's another thing that I didn't really know about. Like I've heard about it before, and I've heard it in passing in different political rhetoric. But apparently, one of the rules to become a United States citizen, and this isn't new, this isn't Trump's doing, this is the way it was. You have to have some kind of skill.
Yeah.
You have to have a bank account with a certain amount of money in it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have some kind of somebody here to sponsor you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a certain amount of education, unless you're a child, but your parents, you have to have, so, and it all has to be verified. I was watching a video with this girl from, I think she was from Russia, and she became a U.S. citizen. And she said that she listed off the documents that she had to have, and she had to turn them into her government. Then once her government, did whatever process they had to do, then she had to take it to the American consulate. Then they do whatever they do. And then you got paid. From there, you go back to your own government. There's another making sure all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed. Then once you get over to America, then you're set up with an appointment with the immigration office where you have to do this process over again.
Yes.
So
and
by the time
you can't leave for 7 or 10 years as well.
Right. That's the green card process. That's where everybody starts with that whole bullshit. It's so hard to become a citizen. No, the fuck's not.
It's not.
You get your shit in order. You got maybe a month worth of back and forth, which is a pain in the ass. I get it. But, you want to live in a whole new world. A month is not that much. So you go back and forth, and as long as you're right and you don't have nothing on your record, because that's a big thing, too, that people don't realize. You can't have any kind of fuck shit on your record. And then, if, and this is where a lot of other people are getting it fucked up too. People with green cards are not technically U.S. citizens yet. That green card is their temporary status. Now, they have a right to get a driver's license. They have the right to vote. They have a right to live their life here. But they don't have the right to go do fuck shit. And if you are in the middle of some fuck shit and you get caught before your 7, 8 years, whatever it is up, bye. Bye. There is no whatever. Now, once you are past that, once you're 9, 10 years into, once you are totally naturalized, then I don't suggest it, but then you can go do your fuck shit. You're still an American citizen. You'll go to American jails. You won't get deported or nothing.
Yeah.
But if you are anywhere below that threshold in any part of that fucking process, and you decide to do something out of line, out of pocket, bye. Yeah. There is no, they're deporting American citizens. No, the fuck they're not. There were I think there were two or three that got deported by accident, and they brought them right the fuck back.
Hey, in all honesty, were you doing fuck shit? Yes. Did you immigrate to the country? Yes. Okay, get the fuck out. Hey, there's no people, and you know what? This is a very American thing. I have rights. No, you don't.
Yeah, and you don't have the right to be here.
Hey,
this due process bullshit. One, That's the first one that they try to get. That's died down because some people have looked into it. Due process does not count for illegals. Bill Clinton. Going into somebody's house and just out of nowhere without saying anything and warrantless deportations, not new shit, Obama.
Yeah.
There is nothing that President Trump that has done that is new. Nothing. He didn't implement no new laws. He ain't circumventing the law. You know, I keep hearing this. Oh, he's stepping all over the Constitution. No, he's actually following the Constitution. Something that our leaders of the past have not.
Isn't that crazy? And because he's following the rules that not only have already been in existence, but rules that have actively been used by previous presidents. And they're like, no, because he did it, it's wrong. And you're going, no, that's not accurate at all. It's just not true. What are you talking about? It's very weird. Very weird.
And then
I have
a hard time understanding it. Is the infighting also. Because when it started off, we had the black folks, they're taking all the Mexican folks and the Hispanic folks, and you guys should be upset about this. You know, but they weren't, you know. Well, no, let me even go further back. Let me go further back to the Summer of Love, where the black folks were pissing and moaning, saying that us Hispanics were black too, and that we should be on their side.
Do you get to say the N-word if you're around black people or no? I know you do anyway.
I grew up, to me, I say nigga. I've only, the hard R is reserved for some ignorant shit, and that I've thrown that at white folks more than I've thrown that at anybody of any color. But I say nigga.
You use a AH because you're a gentleman. That's.
But I mean, you know, to me that was. I mean, you didn't want to say that should have had it, you know, indoctrinated into our music for fucking 20 years.
I bought the whole album. I'm allowed to say it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, I got cassettes, CDs, fucking 8-tracks. I mean, come on. I got vinyl of Richard Pryor and Red Fox and Dolomite. Don't want to hear it. But the fact that, all right, so we're black, so we're supposed to be defending you guys. But then when the deportation started, it was, oh no, we're standing back from this one. We're standing back from this one. We're standing back from this one. Which is fine. Because I don't look at it as black stepping back away from browns. I see our black Americans staying the fuck out of the fucking way while our government does its job. So I had no problem with that part. But then it started coming back up again when they started going through the Minnesota thing. And how, you know, and it wasn't very many, but there was a few black folks that I know who were, you should, you know, what was the quote? Supporting ICE as a Hispanic is like Jewish people supporting Hitler. Yeah, there were a lot of Jews that supported Hitler. Yeah, just saying, there were a lot of Jews that supported Hitler. Just do your homework. So
there's a bunch of Jews for Jesus. I know that. So,
but then now you're seeing more and more black folks saying what I have said. Black and brown folks has been getting killed in the hood constantly by the government and by fucked up cops and shit. You know, so why are we worried about these fucking white people acting the fucking fool? Now, therein lies the problem. Because now all the Democrats and libtards that call themselves multicultural and diverse, now the black Democrats and libtards are saying, fuck you white folks, you Democrats and libtards. And the white folks, no, we're helping. No, nobody asked you for that shit. And you're not dragging us into this bullshit. But now the white ones are like, no, you have to come out. You have to be with us. No, the fuck you're not. So I'm glad to see at least that side imploding. But while that side implodes, you fucking idiots on the right over here. I mean, look, again, I'm going to put this out here because I am an avid gun rights person.
Right.
That boy had every right in the world to have his gun on him. That boy had every right in the world. Just like the black folks who were protesting with their guns, just like the white folks that you're down, but you didn't say nothing about the black folks, the white folks that were walking around with their guns back in the day. They all had the right. If your state allows open carry, you have the right. Now, there are rules to holding that weapon. And just this morning, I looked over some Minnesota laws. And if you have a weapon on you, you must carry your physical license to carry that weapon. You have to have your physical identification.
Good.
And you must present if a peace officer, even if you're around peace officers, because they don't even call them police in their Minnesota fucking wording, peace officers. Okay. So now, in that whole situation, the kid refused to ID himself. The kid did not declare he had a weapon. 2 fuck-ups off rip. Now, that has nothing to do with that boy having his gun. And still it's up in the air because they keep saying that he held a lawful concealed carry license, but still nobody has produced that. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. The boy had the right to have his gun there. Now, did he have a right to act a fool and get in the face of a cop? No. And I'll give you a better example for the people who can't just fathom that whole gun right thing. If you have a pocket full of dope and you go and start fucking with a cop and you get arrested because they found the dope on you, whose fault is that? It is not the fucking cop's fault.
Can I say the Jews? Is it the Jews' fault? Is that
wrong dilemma, wrong situation.
Wrong dope.
The Jews got their own fucking situations going on over here. So I mean, for you people, and then the ones that want to start comparing Kyle Rittenhouse to this dude. Okay, so let me break this one down for you idiots. Kyle Rittenhouse didn't go to protest with his gun. He went to a friend's house to help protect property, something that is not uncommon and not unheard of throughout the centuries. He did not provoke any police officers. He did not provoke getting smacked with that fucking skateboard. He did not provoke him getting attacked where he ended up killing them 2 dudes. And the biggest difference between Kyle Rittenhouse and this kid who got shot recently was when the cops came, that motherfucker put his hands up, gun in the air, said, "I am armed," and walked like this. That is the big. He didn't motherfuck the cops. He didn't tell the cops to go fuck himself. He didn't say he had the right to be there. He didn't. Yeah. He didn't even put his hand on the fucking grip of the gun. He held it up by the fucking thing and went like this. Why? There's your comparison, fucktards.
Yeah. This is where I like. People keep on trying to be like, "Oh, it's the same." You're like, but it's not. It's not even remotely the same, right? Like, I don't understand why people are of the opinion that you're like, "Oh, well, these are the same scenario." You're like, no, they're not.
Not even close. Not even
in all honesty, if you are dealing with any law enforcement, military, foreign, domestic, doesn't make a difference. Okay, cops, security guards, I don't care. Anything having to do with law enforcement, and you try and act the fool, okay, you get what you deserve. I don't care what it is. You get what you deserve. And listen. And I'm not saying that law enforcement should be allowed to arbitrarily go against your rights or anything like that. And listen, I will be the first one to admit that when you deal with police, the reason why you have to be very careful and very non-aggressive and all that kind of stuff is because, number one, cops deal with a lot of dog shit. They deal with the worst of the worst of the worst. So that jades their perception. This is just factual. That's not a dig against them. It's just
right. You know, you're absolutely correct.
Right. Number 2 is if you want to get home to your family and you want them to get home to your family, you can whatever happens, you can deal with it in the court of law. not on the side of a road, not in a situation where people are already very tense and frustrated. And hey, hey, you know what? No problem, officer. Write me whatever ticket you want. You have a great day. And that's it. There are options on every ticket as to how you can proceed. You could just say, oh, I'm guilty, and I just go pay the fine. I could say I'm not guilty. I have an explanation. Or no, I want to go to court, and I think this guy was wrong. You are completely right with that. It doesn't give you the right to tell someone, well, I think you're a piece of shit. No. That's not how that works. Okay. You've been found to be possibly doing something against the law. You have been written a ticket and or been detained, and it will all be hammered out later. You being aggressive to somebody right then and there while everything his peak emotional situation is not going to go well. It's just, there's no way it's going to go well.
And here's a perfect example of what you're talking about. This happened, I would say maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I hope my aunt is listening so she could confirm. My aunt was a hood chick. You know, my aunt was a ghetto gangster hood chick. She was a scary person when I was a kid, you know, and the one person that she was afraid of was my mom, oddly enough. Yeah. Goes back to that shit. But anyways, I go and visit her because she hadn't moved and I helped her move. And I went to visit her. And, you know, she's complaining that she went to court. She lost her brand new truck. She's on an ankle monitor for a year. All this other bullshit. Titi, what happened? What went on? Oh, these fucking racist cops up in Liberty and in Girard. Titi, I live over there. What are you talking about? Well, first of all, she's driving around, no license, no insurance, weed in the car.
Okay, yeah.
Now, from what she told me,
yeah,
from what she's explaining, this cop was very respectful. The cop was very polite, very respectful, but because of that old way of thinking, you know, the cops are always after the black and brown folks.
Yeah.
She starts running her fucking mouth. Well, now you're arrested and your car's impounded.
Yeah.
Now they found the weed in your car.
Ta-da!
A joint. So she goes to her court date.
Yeah.
And she walks into court and she starts motherfucking the judge. You and your racist fucking, your police officers, and it's because I'm fucking Puerto Rican and I'm this and that. Yeah. Ankle monitor. You had to get rid of your fucking truck to pay for your fucking fines. Right there. Now, at almost the identical time that this all happened, at almost the identical time of year and damn near the same place, cops were the same cops. Yeah. I was running late for a show. I was headed to Greg's to the studio. It was maybe a week or two before we were supposed to be going, or maybe even just a few days before we were supposed to be hosting a metal show out of town. So my van was filled with equipment.
Right.
Not only was my van filled with equipment, but my van had a dab rig in there. It had dabs in there. It had a bottle of Jack Daniels on the fucking front seat. It had it had enough. It had enough.
Yeah.
Block away, not even a block away from Greg's house, I get pulled over because I'm speeding.
Yeah.
I am in a wife beater. I am in some kind of shorts, boxer short type deals, and pink fuzzy slippers. Cops come up to the car. 2 cop cars. Yeah. Cops come up to the car. Driver's license, registration, all that stuff. Like normal, we have to give up our IDs. Yeah. I handed him my license, insurance, registration. Do you know why we pulled you over? I was probably speeding, sir. I'm late for a show. My studio's around the corner. Fine. Do you have anything in the car that you're gonna? Sir, I have this stuff. It's right here. Cop looked in the car. The other cop smells weed. So he was like, well, we need to search your vehicle. Have fun.
Best of luck.
So at that point, I didn't think I had any weed in the car. I didn't think I totally I don't know if it was one of my, I let one of the kids use the car and they stashed something up under the thing or whatever. But whatever. The cops went through the car twice.
Mhm.
I'm standing on the side of the road. The other cop is talking to me very politely, not trying to get me for information or nothing,
Yeah.
just casual conversation, asking me about the show and stuff.
Yeah.
Cop comes from out the car, tells the other two car, because there was another cop car behind, tells them to leave.
Oh, okay.
They come back out. The other dude who was talking to me went through the car, and he just happened to find a little pouch that had, I don't know, maybe a dime bag or less of weed,
Who cares?
a bowl, and some papers.
Okay.
And he was like, "Oh well, we found something."
Okay.
What? So I look at him and I'm thinking maybe the dab rig. I'm trying to think, did I open that Jack Daniels, whatever? I mean, because anybody who
Yeah.
knows any kind of dab rig or anything, that looks like a fucking meth set.
Yeah.
It's glass tubes. There's all kind of shit. It don't look good. It don't look good at all.
No.
So I'm thinking, okay, it was that. So the cop says, "Go sit in your car." My van is still running. I am right like feet away from a freeway entrance. So if I
Yeah.
really wanted to, I could have bailed. I
Sure.
could have fucking bailed.
Mm-hmm.
I got in my car and I actually called Greg. He's like, "Where are you at?" I'm like, "Look out, go on your front porch, look under the bridge, see all them lights? That's me." So,
Yeah, that's fair. There you go.
cop wrote me a ticket for possession. Cop wrote me a ticket for paraphernalia.
Okay.
Kept my little bit of bud and let me go about my business.
Great.
Now, I went to court. Same judge. Same judge.
No.
Walked up. Judge says, "Well, you have speeding, you have possession, and you have paraphernalia. You got to plead to all of them." I was like, "Well, sir, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was speeding. I was late for a show. I was speeding." And he kind of just cocked his head and looked at me funny. And then he was like, "Well, what do you plead on the paraphernalia and possession?" "Sir, I'm old enough to know that even if that wasn't mine, it's in my vehicle. I'm responsible for that. So it's mine regardless. So guilty."
Yeah.
That man gave me a $10 speeding ticket, a
Beautiful.
$15 possession ticket, and a $30 um, paraphernalia. The paraphernalia was the big one. A $30 paraphernalia thing. So I got out of there with less than $50, no points on my fucking license, no harassment, no nothing. Now I tell my aunt this story, and I'm like, "Do you want to know why you're on an ankle monitor right now? Because you acted a fucking fool." I broke and even the judge told me, he was like, "Sir, I really never had anybody tell me the truth in here."
Isn't that weird?
I got caught with it. Why is that so hard to take a fucking accountability? And why is it so hard to shut the fuck up and have some goddamn common decency and respect?
Yeah.
I'm just as brown as you. I came from your brother's nutsack. What the fuck is the difference? You know what the difference is? Some fucking manners.
Hey, this is like you can stand there and be like, people aren't treated fairly. Okay. But nobody is treated fairly. Like, it's not like you're being no. There's unfairness in the universe. That's it. That's just how it's going to be. Okay. But if you act like a piece of shit, people will make sure it's not fair for you. Right. Whereas if you act reasonably and obey, like I don't want to say that it's about obeying authority, but no, if you deal with authority with respect, you're not going to have the same experience. They're going to be like, you know what? We can let it slide. It's fine.
What was the old saying? You catch a lot more flies with sugar than with vinegar.
I mean, I believe it's poop, but yeah, that's fine. And also too, like, this is the weird thing is bees don't waste their time telling flies that honey's better than shit. Right?
And on that note, back to the other side's the idiots. It's mighty fucking funny. These same ones that want to take your guns. These same ones that said, there's nobody after you. Who are you to think you need all these guns? Now, all these ones are saying, get your guns. Meet me on this street. It's going down. We got to have our gun.
That's exactly how you get killed.
Funny how it works like that. How does that work? Not only that, but it's mighty funny that they showed a map of the. You know who has the most deportations to date? Texas, Florida. All the southern, most of them southern states, outskirts. So Minnesota is a very minuscule amount. And don't give me this bullshit. Like I am a firm believer. No matter what is going on down there, this is to cover up Tim Walz and the rest of them fuckwits. It's 18 billion now, billion in stolen money and fraud cases. They showed a fucking warehouse that they bought. It was they used to make mattresses there.
Yeah.
And what they did was they took out all the equipment, and each office room, each room is a different something that's getting Medicare.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's alarming. So, and think of it this way: if you stood there and go, "Hey guys, I think there's like this is like a RICO case. Like, do you understand how like this is organized community defrauding the government?"
Dude, to hear Congress talk about it, the Democrats in Congress, oh, that's Shirley. You don't even know if he's vetted, and he isn't a real journalist, and he isn't a this, and he isn't a that. I mean, totally trying to. This kid wasn't trying to blow the lid off of nothing. This kid went to a fucking daycare and was like, why can't I get my kid in there?
Hey, and also, too, he is a journalist. And they're like, no, he's a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber. And you're like, okay, sure.
Yeah. How many
does that make what he found out any more
that are in fucking the press hearings?
Well, they're doing a lot better for actually communicating to people than the news is. The news isn't telling people shit. The news, hey, we're stuck on a fucking news cycle that is the squirrel on 2 water skis getting pulled around by a remote control boat. That's the news we're getting. Okay.
Right.
It is absolutely fucking useless. And if anything, real news people would be rolling in their grave knowing how far the news has fallen from actually communicating information to the populace.
Right.
You're all a disgrace.
We went from the diehard, serious, don't give a fuck guy with the cigar in his mouth reading the fucking news as it came in.
Yep.
To
on the ticket. Right?
to people just making shit up because they feel that way.
Yeah.
And then the fact that it's the whole Minnesota government, dude. Like, because now we got the judges there letting off all these they let Don Lemon go. They refused. The only thing the fucking Minnesota judges have done that seems to even make sense, I guess Tim Walz went to one of his little fuck judges to get an injunction for ICE to make ICE leave. And they were like, nope, we're not touching it. We're not touching it. We're not touching it.
Yeah. That's the smartest thing anyway. Listen, the idea, so apparently allegedly they're saying that Tim Walz's campaign funds were also directly contributed from all of this scam network. And like, bro, the idea, like, okay, like having such a broad and all-encompassing scam network to the point where politicians are 100% involved. Okay, there's no question about this. 100% involved. Are we in India? Is that what's like that where we're gonna have scam buildings where they're just full of shit and just trying to steal people's money? Like, I'm sorry, what is happening right now?
What we have. That is exactly what we have.
That in and of itself is a fucking crime.
We got people defending this. We got people defending, and then the bad thing is they aren't even going at all the Somalis. The list of the people that they're going after are pedophiles and sex offenders. There was a fucking report, the ICE took an old man in his underwear out in the middle of the cold. Yeah. Do you know why? Because he was a fucking pedophile, and he was living with 2 pedophiles.
I've never
defend that
seen.
old man. And then the ones that are calling Trump a fucking pedophile are the same ones who kept pushing this minor attracted persons horse shit. That's another thing that gets me. You motherfuckers stood here and said it was okay for a fucking 9-year-old little boy to pose nude with a grown-ass man on a magazine in California and praised it. But you got the nerve to call this man something? Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up.
Bro, honestly, I don't know. It's a very weird thing where the only it's such a crazy thing where the only thing that could beat the US is the US tearing itself apart. And that's what's happening right now. And you're like, that doesn't make no fucking sense.
This is fucking Winter Soldier all over again with
100%.
Zemo. This is Zemo.
Yeah. He's just stirring the pot and waiting for everybody to be like, oh, this whole pot's full of shit. I mean, yeah, that was the point. And y'all got shit.
The other, now back to the other side with their fuckery. I don't know why. I don't know if they're just trying to save face or they think they feel like they gotta speak immediately. But Kristi Noem and Pam Bondi and Trump and Vance need to shut the fuck up on this situation until they know what the fuck is really going on. Because I will be the first to tell you, after seeing both of these instances, these ICE agents are not trained at all. This is not your brightest. This is not the A squad that went to the fucking, the Mickey D's college, whatever the fuck. This is not them. They are bad. Yeah. Like, just talking to other fucking law enforcement and seeing the way their procedures are. And I know they're not cops, but just common sense procedures. I mean, stupid shit that I even learned when I was in boot camp. They're not doing. That's why I made a post. They should be switched to non-lethal rounds. Because if you look online, non-lethal rounds is just an excuse to fuck you up without dying. Just saying. So don't get your panties in a bunch about the non-lethals. The tear gas to the face that kid took, that was non-lethal. Just saying. But they're putting out these numbers. I've seen everything from 26 people got killed under the Obama administration under their ICE immigration shit, whereas there's only been 3 on Trump. Then I seen there's 9 people on Trump and there was 70 something. Shut up. None of you guys fucking know because you weren't there. And you weren't there because you didn't fucking care. Yeah. You didn't give 2 fucks, so don't start throwing numbers at me, whether you're on the left or the fucking right. You don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. All right? Mm. Another thing that I've seen that is the most believable of all these videos that's come out, I have to say, I feel like I stepped on their dick on this one.
Probably.
And this is why. If you see the video, dude and the cop are talking at first. Okay. Yeah. The guy has his phone up. Now, from the first bits of video that when this first came out, and these people say, well, they never asked him. Yeah, the fuck. That was the first beginning. That's when the cop asked for his ID and asked for any other thing. That's when that kid had the option to be like, I have a weapon on me. Here's my ID. Here's my valid fucking thing. I am allowed to be here. If you don't want me to be here, because he wasn't actually obstructing. With the ICE people, and this is another thing people got fucked up. This was not ICE's fault. This was Minnesota police's fault.
Oh.
ICE was across the street. ICE was across the street going after a pedophile. Yeah. Now, when one of the Minnesota cops got in this kid's face, and they had an altercation. Now, some chick come from the side and started in on it, which made it a volatile situation. You see the dude get pepper sprayed in the face. When he got pepper sprayed, that's when the ICE agents started coming in.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Was it a white woman?
Yeah, of course. Fat white woman. Just saying.
Bro. White women are the worst. They're the worst. Let's be honest.
So now you got somebody else, another white lady in the pink filming, which People claim that there's one video out that's hers. I haven't seen the Peak Ladies video. Kind of odd that in every one of these situations, there's one bit of video missing because we still ain't seen the Goody Bitches fucking old ladies fucking film. So, just saying. So now, after the altercation is going on, which still at some point seems like the dude grabbed a chick, so we don't really know if that chick was helping or hurting the situation. Some people say he was protecting her. I seen the video, it looked like he was dragging that bitch. Like she was coming at him, and the cops were trying to break this up. Somebody finally yells gun. That still is not when they yelled gun, you see a couple of the agents back up and they draw their weapons, but they are pointing them guns down.
Yeah.
A dude in the gray, which has not yet been told whether it's we don't know if the dude in the gray is an ICE agent or if he was a cop or if he was just somebody there. You see the dude in the gray grab that kid's gun. So for anybody else that wants to say that kid had another gun or he was reaching for a gun when they show him in that upright position, no, that fucking gun was gone. It was fucking gone. Now, when that dude, and this is the reason why I question his credentials, when that dude was walking away with the gun, a gun that any fucking person who knows guns or in any enforcement, I'm assuming that a police officer and an ICE officer would know that certain guns have a tendency of firing on their own or misfiring. The SIG Sauer or the SIG that he had was known for that. It is known. It's like got its own little fucking report that those guns go off very easy. So they show this fucking guy with the gun, and he's trying to get away from the situation. There's there's still nothing. The kid is just being detained. He's struggling around, but he's just being detained. When that guy gets up, his hand goes back like this. He's not even paying attention. And you see the change in demeanor in him. You see the change in his walk, and you see his hand jerk.
Huh.
That dickhead fucking shot that gun accidentally, which the other people who were in the middle of this fracas heard gunfire. They already knew this. The dude had a gun. The idiot in the gray never mentioned that he took the weapon off him. There was no mention of that at all. And they shot the kid.
Yeah.
And you hear one gunshot, then it's just like that idiot with the acorn. Boom, boom, you're automatically shooting. I'm not saying it's right, but that's the way these folks are trained. Even in the military, you shoot towards where the sound came from. I'm just saying. But in this instance, this was a bunch of fucking they stepped on their dick. That kid shouldn't have been there, but them police officers, they need better training in the ICE agent, all that situation. I don't think, if anything, I think the guy in the gray should be what is that, manslaughter or whatever it is, accidental whatever it is where you accidentally kill somebody.
Yeah.
Because he caused that kid to be killed. He shouldn't have been there. Yep. But regardless of the doubt, he was there anyways. He didn't have the right to be killed. There was 1,000 steps that were taken that were wrong in that situation. But ultimately, I am a firm believer that that dickhead who fucking grabbed a gun from him fucking discharged that weapon accidentally. Didn't even know it because he was all willy-nilly with the gun. He was just wasn't even looking at his hand. I mean, if I grabbed a gun off somebody and this is evidence, I'm putting it in my pocket. I'm taking the fucking clip out.
Minimum clip out. If there's a clip out, bullet out,
and
that's no longer an issue.
Just like nobody says if there was a bullet chambered. Because I hear all this shit from everybody on the right. Oh, he was there to dance. He was there to do some damage. All right, well, main thing here. If you're there to do damage, you're cock locked and ready to roll. There's a fucking bullet in that chamber.
Okay.
And if I was planning on doing that, the cop wouldn't have got me to the floor. There wouldn't have been time for anybody else to come around me.
No. No, that's not. If you were there to party, you would have started partying.
Right. That's
That's
it.
that's
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 it.
the math, right?
It's that simple.
If you're
It's that
if
fucking
you're here to party, you're not going to wait for cops to come up and try and disarm. That's not what it's going. You're going to start going. That's it's very weird. It's, by the way, I have no idea what videos you're talking about, right? Like since the fucking non Subaru Dyke got shot, I have no. I've just ignored everything, and I'm like, I don't fucking. I have snow to shovel. I don't care. That's where I'm at.
Even when I try to stay out of this one, I had people tagging me. What do you think about this? What do you think? You know what I think? I think ICE was doing their job, and I think there was a bunch of fuck ups in the midst of that. And there would be less fuck ups if you would stay the fuck out of the way. You want to be an observer? Because I feel like this observers, like, the citizen, whatever, we need that. I honestly feel like you don't need to be in nobody's fucking face. Stand across the street, make sure you got the video. Because that's what keeps everybody honest. Obviously, we know our fucking news ain't doing it. So that's what keeps everybody honest. And even with that now, with the AI, we got to watch. But at least we'll get different angles on everything. Not like the very first Goody footage that looked like there was Bigfoot in the background. Oh, there she goes. She never hit him, and there goes Nessie from Loch Ness.
Yeah. Well, the worst part about that was you're going, hold on. There people are like, she's a caring mother. Okay, where are her kids? Oh, 2 states away. Okay. And why do you keep on showing a picture of her with long blonde hair and stuff?
Yeah, they showed her pretty years when she was still on the sausage.
Yeah, now she's she's off solids and shaved her head. What are you talking about? What's happening right now?
Yeah, that's what happens when you become a vegetarian. You start getting all pasty and fucking thin and icky looking in the face. It happens that way. One last thing, and I'm glad you brought that up because we're going to end on this note. All right. For the people who say he shouldn't have brought his gun, no, he had the right to bring his gun. But what these idiots shouldn't be bringing to these fucking protests is your goddamn children. Why is your kids at the fucking protest? Why do you got babies? I keep hearing this 5-year-old got pepper sprayed. Why did you have your 5-year-old at a fucking protest?
I think that's on you, right? Like, if you bring your kids and then your kid gets pepper sprayed, yeah, you're stupid.
I feel like if you bring your kids to a protest, anyone under 18 to a fucking protest, that's child endangerment. You should be locked up.
You're not wrong. Let's be honest. It's maybe they could leave them with the Somalis at their daycares. That would.
Yeah, you notice how nobody has been calling off work?
Oh, bro.
Nobody called off work. None of the schools have talked about, needing care for kids. There's no overcrowding at other daycares. You notice that? There's no other.
Hey, how is that? Hey, you shut down tens of millions of dollars worth of funding to these daycares, and no one has complained that they can't have daycare anymore, right? Like, that's not alarming. That's like
proof. That's fucking proof.
Yeah. That's when you're just going, oh, well, there you go. Okay. Then why would we care about this? Like, what are we doing here? Like, I think the biggest complainers in this situation are people who were actually making money off of it. Those are the only people complaining. Everyone else is going, oh, no. Shut that fucking shit down. Yeah. No, fuck you. Absolutely fuck you. Fuck you twice. And with that guy's dick, not mine. Yeah.
And the bad thing is the 2 fucking states that are 1,000 times worse, that are 1,000 times woke, and that are 1,000 times fucking libtarded, Chicago and New York, this shit ain't happening there.
Yeah, but apparently it is starting to happen in certain areas, eh? So apparently now they're finding it in other places, and they're going to hold the fuck on, as if there's a chance that it may be a nationwide ain't on your side kind of situation. Like, bro, like, it's apparently it's everywhere and it's an issue.
Apparently, well, from what I'm hearing, the reports I'm hearing, the riots or the uprisings that are happening in New York are against the Islam people because the people are realizing that they done voted some fuck shit in.
Yeah.
You know, because like within days there was fucking mats everywhere, and they're starting to play the fucking music in the fucking air, and no buses fucking were taken care of. People just left. Look, there was a bus driver. He just left his bus in the street. He just got out and left. He just left the bus running. Just got off the bus and left it in the road. They raised. They were supposed to drop the subway prices. They raised the subway prices.
Yep.
I mean. Yeah, this is what you get for listening to these libtards. This too good to be true shit.
Even Robert De Niro, who gave tons of money to the campaign, is now I gotta leave now. What? Hey, you should be forced to stay. In fact, you know what? Go back to work. How about that? You want to do that? You want to be an active member? Good. Go back to work.
Yeah, Mr. Superstar, Mr. Great actor, you know, ain't made a decent movie since Goodfellas, and you were only a side fucking actor. I mean,
yeah. Go fuck yourself, Bob.
I think one of the best scenes he was in is when the Joker blasted him. Right there. Bah! That was your greatest scene, De Niro. Sometimes
right?
Sometimes they got it on YouTube. I'll just watch it if I'm feeling bad or if I'm having a shitty day, I'll just watch it. Rewind, bah, rewind, bah, rewind, bah.
It's about being classy, people. Yeah.
And you see, I do that in the comfort of my own home with TV. With TV. You know, as much as I would love to make that fantasy come true. No, I wouldn't want De Niro shot, but I would love to just throw one straight to his fucking nose. Yeah. Let's see how bad you are, good fella. Bah! Just
listen. And when you act properly, ICE sits around and protects you. It's fair. It's just.
Well, I got a buddy of mine in Cleveland. He's a comedian, Willie Santiago, and some of the same folks that piss and moan and want to whine to me to do the same to him and shit. And Hispanic, this and that. And Willie already said, I hear ICE is coming to Cleveland. I'm going to make it a point to find them, and I'm going to walk up and I'm going to shake their hand. And I'm going to ask them how they were doing and if they need anything.
Thank you. And
Willie, he's a comedian and a wrestler. But if you put, and he does the joke, he even brings one of his own. If you put one of the Ninja Turtle masks on him, he looks like a Ninja Turtle. No eyebrows, bald head, fucking just massive fucking brown turtle.
Hey, it's about diversification.
Equal rights is equal lefts.
I mean, that's how it is. So tonight at 8, what are we doing? We're watching the Serpent and the Rainbow, right?
I actually found it on that one website that you used in the beginning.
Yeah. The one we're not going to mention. Not mention my name. Yeah. That because it's completely legal and that's how we do things here. Yeah, I found it there too, so we're good. That's fine.
Yeah, just to make sure we got the same, because I already got it pulled up on my other thing, knowing it probably ain't gonna work when I need it. But says it's an hour and 37 minutes, 56 seconds, maybe
an hour. How much?
An hour and 38 minutes.
Yeah, so I got 98 minutes on mine.
Yeah. All right.
So we're good.
So we will be watching The Serpent and the Rainbow. It is actually based and heavily based on a true story. It's pretty accurate in their storytelling. It is don't think it got anything to do with rainbows. I'm gonna let you know that right now. It is a very it's about real zombies, like real zombies and voodoo and shit like that.
This takes place in Haiti, so. You have go
ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say you have anthropologist from Harvard who gets his shit rocked properly. So I mean, yeah, life imitating art and all that bullshit. So,
yeah. So we'll be doing that at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, yeah.
8 o'clock today, Movie Monday.
Hell
Serpent
yeah.
in the Rainbow. Do a little digging. You'll find it online for free. And join us.
Yeah, absolutely. Come join us. Have an experience.
Yep. And you guys be good to each other. If you're around my area, try to be careful out there. If you ain't got little PSA for you, because I'm going through it with my daughter. If you do not have a 4-wheel drive vehicle and you are a new driver, stay the fuck off the road.
Yeah. Don't do that.
My daughter got a car that's less than 6 months old. Looked like she just bought it from a junkyard. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn.
Second fuck up last night, 2 o'clock in the morning. You think I'm answering the phone? Nope. I already know you're somewhere you ain't supposed to be. And you're out in your vehicle in the middle of a snowstorm that you were warned about for a week, but you just thought it wasn't going to happen.
Hey, call CAA or AAA, whatever you guys have over there. That's your options. Don't call anybody else. This is you fucked up. Now you got to pay for it.
That's it.
That's just how it is.
So,
just how it is.
For you new drivers out there, again, no 4-wheel drive. Stay the fuck off the road. Just stay the fuck off the road. Most of the companies around here and places are called off today and tonight, anyways.
Yeah.
So just stay the fuck off the road. It's that simple. But obviously, perfect example, Minnesota, you youngins just can't fucking filter that common sense in just yet.
Yeah.
So be good to
Minnesota,
have a little bit of common sense. And unless you know what the fuck you're talking about, take your heart out of it and try using your fucking brain and do some research. Remember, everything we're saying is for entertainment purposes only. This is all allegedly. It could be shit. Do your own fucking homework. See you tonight for Movie Monday. We are out.
Later. I gotta go shovel the driveway. God damn it.
I think we're supposed to be getting a couple more inches. So I think I'm gonna wait for that to drop and then I'm gonna do